Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Lizzo, back in the news. There was recently, Tina Turner passed away very sadly, and Lizzo did a kind of like a tribute to her and the music that she made, and that caused quite a bit of controversy. So let's head over to Twitter, sadly. So this is the tweet right here. This is the video. I can't play it because copyright, but basically she's singing one of Tina Turner's songs and then she takes off her, little covering and does this, right? This is something that Tina Turner would do. She was kind of iconic for doing this type of thing, especially in this song, right? And then the tweet goes on to say, how is Lizzo still this fat when she's constantly moving this much on stage? I wonder what she must be eating. Now, the first thing I will say is I can understand having that thought, because it's clear that Lizzo does move around quite a bit. It's clear that she, her performances, she's running around. It's a lot. It's actually genuinely very impressive. I think that saying it in this way is just so unnecessarily mean. And if you genuinely have that question, I just don't understand why you have to ask it in this way. So this is a response to that. She actually privated her Twitter, so I had to get this somewhere else. I just logged on to this app and I see this type of stuff. I see about me on a daily basis. It's really starting to make me hate the world. Then someone in the comments said, I eat lots of fast food. I literally stopped eating fast food years ago. I'm tired of explaining myself all the time, and I just want to get on this app without seeing my name in some, I'm assuming it says bitch's mouth or something like that. So this is what I when I talk about just because a fat person is existing, it's people will get upset about it, right? Because Lizzo, in that clip, I know we've talked about Lizzo before, there are certain things, and there are certain things even in this response that I don't necessarily agree with, which we will get into. But just her being on stage doing a tribute to Tina Turner, where she takes her clothes off, it's people see that and they just get so upset, and I don't understand why. And people will be in the comments saying oh, I just care so much about her health, and I'm come on, dude. At the end of the day, if she's not sitting here saying, I can understand responding to something that has been said, which we will actually be doing in this video, right? I can understand that. But just someone existing on stage and then being oh, I can't believe they would do this, or what must they be eating, or what their health must be in shambles, is just, in my opinion, is just so unnecessary. And it's so clear that the thought is, I don't like that this person is fat. It's not, I just really care about their health. The thing that I wanted to respond to in this tweet, because again, I don't agree fully with either of the people, right? So with Lizzo, she says, someone in the comments said, I must eat a lot of fast food. I literally stopped eating fast food years ago, right? So this is this common thing that I think so many people struggle with, is they think fast food is so unbelievably much worse than going to a restaurant, when a lot of times you go to a restaurant, and especially if we're talking about just weight loss and calories, right? If you go to a restaurant, you will end up eating significantly more calories than, say, if you just got a meal at McDonald's, right? Because the amount of food that you get at a restaurant, the amount of food that you get at these places, whether they're quote unquote healthy or not, if you are overeating healthy calories, you will not lose weight. You will still hold on to excess weight. And so many people, they just think that, and I understand because I felt the same way for so long. I'm not saying I go get fast food all the time, but I'll get Chipotle. Some people might not call that fast food, but I'm not against it. You can never have it. But so many people think that fast food in and of itself is so much worse than regular types of food. So the next thing that I wanted to bring up was actually this TikTok on Lizzo's TikTok, and she talks about how her assistant ended up ordering some food. We're not going to watch the whole thing because a lot of it's her trying food, and I just don't want to watch that. But there's some stuff that I think is interesting. It's pertinent to this information.
Hey everybody, so I have had really bad acid reflux, and please don't comment on it. I don't need y'all telling me no scary shit. I also have anxiety.
All right, I won't say anything.
I work on it and I treat it, and it's been acting up. So I've been super on a reflux diet, which if you don't know what that is, Google it. But I've also been in my feelings, and
I wouldn't be surprised if it was this stuff that's going on, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but
I've been depriving myself of certain foods. So I'll literally just be like, I wish I could have this, but then I don't get it, you know, because I know it'll either upset my reflux or it'll just throw me off of my progress. But my assistant will always just order everything on the menu of a restaurant. And normally I wouldn't make a video about this, but
I mean, that's kind of, I think that's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like if you're someone that doesn't want to be eating these foods, I would say stop doing that to my assistant. But I don't know. I don't have an assistant, so I don't know what that's like.
But this place is called El Jardin, the Garden, and it's a Mexican vegan place. And from the look of this,
I guess this is in San Diego, actually, which is where I live. So interesting.
Drink alone, I feel like the food gonna be busting. So let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. Just kidding, I'm not gonna rate it. So who came up with the rating system? Because, you know, I've been watching food TikTok for years. Who started rating food? Because y'all be in y'all bag with these numbers. Y'all be like, it's a 3.7 out of 10. It's a 9.6, 9 3/4. Y'all wildin'. Oh, let me show you what I got. It appears that I have a tamale. Look like a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. Another bagel for some odd reason.
Strange foods. A tamale and then bagels. Okay.
And this appears to be a crazy box of nachos. Some salsa.
So you saw that whole box of nachos, right? Okay.
So what we're not going to do is eat the nachos.
So she's saying right here that she's not going to eat the nachos and like one of the other things. But then it says here that I stress ate the nachos later and it's 10 out of 10. We'll get into that in a little bit.
That other bagel. We're going to eat the tamale and try the bacon, egg, and cheese. Ooh.
All right. So the rest of the TikTok is her just trying the food. So I don't want to get into that. So I think that this is just interesting because I have talked to so many people that are trying to lose weight. I have worked with people that are trying to lose weight. And that's why I brought up the whole fast food thing because, yeah, I guess this technically isn't fast food, but the amount of calories in this type of food is going to be similar, if not more. And the breakdown of the macros are going to be similar, if not worse, right, than fast food. And it's just so interesting that so many people, they latch on to like fast food is bad and they don't like see other types of food as maybe not being the best as well, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The point that I'm trying to make is like, if Lizzo wants to lose weight, I do think that there are things that she could do a little bit better to make that happen. If that's something that she wants, right? I think that if there was genuine issues going on, if there was a way that like maybe she could, I'm sure she could afford to make sure she gets checked out and see if there's any like underlying medical issues that are making it so, because even though she's in a deficit, she's not losing weight. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. But I would assume that she would have talked about it if there was. I feel like she's a pretty open book. And so it's clear that the energy balance is just off. And I do think that there are ways to fix that if that's something that she wants to do. If it's not something that she doesn't want to do, then by all means, you don't have to do it, right? But it just seems like there just feels like with these videos that I've seen of Lizzo, the stuff that she's posted, it seems like there is a want in some way to lose weight, but it's almost like she cannot say that because she feels like kind of tied to this version of herself that is like the bigger performer. And I'm not saying that she wants to get tiny or slim or anything like that, but it just feels like, because she's like, oh, I don't want to get off program. I don't want to get off, it just seems like there is a want to improve the diet, at least that, right? There's a want to improve the diet. And it seems like, I mean, it's clear that she is very busy. There's lots of stuff that she's doing. I'm sure, right? But I would like to see her be successful if that's something that she wants to do. I think that it is really disgusting that people will just like see her performing and be like, what must she be eating? She's so fat, blah, blah. But then they'll use the guise of, I just care about her health. I think like that's just really petty. And I think that you're hiding behind something. Like if you just say how you feel, right? Without trying to hide behind that. I just care about her health. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I wanted to share this information with y'all. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.